Hey guys, so for this week's video I got up nice and early one morning and decided to take some beach photography at sunrise. So I'm here at Taylor's Mistake in New Zealand and I've just got the wide angle lens at the moment, just trying out a few things. The sun hasn't popped up just yet and I've got it at 17mm here. I'm using the Canon 17-40 and I'm trying to get some long exposure kind of shots. I've got a few neutral density filters on the front, just testing out a few, experimenting a little bit as I'm waiting for the sun to come up and you get the real sort of colours popping up there. But I was just trying a few different settings and trying to smooth out the ocean and just see how it would look. It doesn't hurt to experiment when you're out shooting, just to see what you can get from the environment. But actually I didn't like the way that the long exposure were turning out, so I switched over to a different lens while I was waiting for the sun to come up. This was another lens that I'm testing out at the moment. I'm hopefully going to get a video review about it next week out. It's a Minolta 135mm manual lens. So I'm just testing this out as well, and I thought I'd try and get a few shots of the sun just as it's popping up over the horizon, get the nice sphere of the sun there. Just because it's a nice long telephoto lens, you can get a nice good detail of the sun there, and some nice fluttering of clouds above it and some really interesting colours over quite a calm sea. Again, it's just experimenting with the environment around me, and I find that very useful in photography. Just try things out. Doesn't hurt to give things a go. But I really like the way that popped up. See some nice backlit clouds at the bottom and then some really wonderful colours at the top. So now the sun has actually come up over the horizon and you get this really nice colours popping off now. You get some nice pinkish purpley colours mixed with the orange. And I'm just back to the wide angle lens now, so at 17mm again, so I'm at full, like the full width wide angle of that lens can do. There's not that many sort of features at the beach. It's quite a plain sort of sandy beach, but I did see someone taking their dog for a walk just as I arrived, and you can see some lone footprints just along the sand. And I thought that would make a nice foreground to the composition. And there's also a small shell where you get some nice shadows and a little bit of feature in the front there. And I thought that would just makes the composition, that just those little details make the composition a bit more interesting rather than just some plain sand. So now I'm off the tripod now and I'm trying to get really low down. It's going to be quite a similar composition to the last one, but I'm just trying to make a feature of the shell and the footprints much larger in the composition. And just trying to get a different perspective of the view, and because I'm so low down, you get a lot more sort of texture and detail of the sand grains, the way the colours are popping off them, and you get some nice shadows as well, long shadows happening. So now I've walked over the side of the beach and up this cliff, a nice little path that goes up the side here and along the coastline, and the sun is much higher in the sky now, so you don't get so much of those pinkish hue colours, but it's more of an orange hue to it now. And I'm trying to get a nice wide angle shot of this bay. It's sort of a U-shaped, horseshoe shaped bay, and I'm struggling slightly at this position to try and you can see I've put my hands above me trying to get a bit of height. So I've decided to try and walk around and find a higher vantage point, and this is where I've discovered this here. It's not even that much higher, but it actually did make quite a big difference in fitting the whole bay in the composition. And I found it a lot better perspective for showing the actual U shape versus down below, which is you couldn't really see the whole shape of the bay as much. I hope you liked this week's video, guys. I'm trying to get out a video each week, so I'd appreciate it if you'd like the video and subscribe to the channel if you like the kind of stuff I'm making. Thanks very much.